I've certainly got my work cut out for me this week, because this parquet flooring is all being torn up, the floorboards are being lifted, insulation is being put in underneath, and all the pipework and electrics have been looked at underneath the floor as well before tiling will commence. That radiator is going to be replaced with all the pipework chased into the wall, and some of the electrics are also going to be moved. Stay tuned to see how it all goes. There's probably many different ways to remove the parquet floor, but what I'm going to do is use an SDS chisel. It's got horrible black bitumen style glue holding it down, so I'm fully expecting to have to replace the floorboards, but I guess I'm lifting them anyway, so that's not too much of an issue, and it's all been adjusted for in the costing. So let's get suited and booted and crack on with it. Okay, let's see how much mess I can make. Actually covered off a lot easier than I expected. Too soon when I said this was going to be easy. So as you can see, all of the parquet floor has been removed, leaving this lovely black sticky bitumen all over the floor. Now it's going to take me for ages trying to scrape that off, so I'm not really going to bother. So the next task is for me to try and find the nails. Now obviously with that bitumen in the way, it's not going to be so easy. But what I do have is a magnet. One advantage I have here is that this board has already been lifted, as you can see, where it's all been torn around the edge. Now this is because I've already done the kitchen underneath the vinyl, which is also going to be replaced. It's just down there as a temporary measure. So just take my magnet and I can follow along the lines. And there we go. One nail directly there. Taking a scraper, move the magnet out of the way. I'm gonna just try and get some of that bitumen out of the way, just so I can actually find the actual nail itself. There we go. Got the edge of it there. Don't have to go too mad with it. Take the punch over the head of the nail. Hopefully not moving the camera too much whilst I'm doing that. As you can see on there, I've started to make a bit of an indent around the outside of the nail. You do have to be careful with these, because obviously if I get it in the wrong place, I'll actually knock the nail further into the hole, which is not what I want to do. Very soft nails. This is going to be fun. And there we go. The first of what is going to be several hundred nails that I've removed. To demonstrate again, there we go. Another nail straight underneath there. See, I can't see that at all because of the bitumen in the way. In fact, I'm scraping it completely the wrong place. There we go. One nail. Carefully position that over the top. Now you might think that this crowbar looks nice and shiny and new. Well, that's because it is. Because I lost the other one, so I've had to go out and buy another one. But they are worth their weight in gold for this type of thing. Don't think the camera picks this up particularly well, but we have one removed nail there, and we've got another one over there, and so on and so forth throughout the sheet. Now I did have one very stubborn one right down here, so you can see the nail is still in there because the head just didn't want to come out. It just folded away to nothing. But because that's now a point with no head left on it, I'm hoping that when I chop the board, it'll just lift off and I can cut the nail out from underneath. From experience, I know that these floorboards are tongue and groove, which is going to make it a lot more difficult to get out. Now there's various different ways you can do this. You can use a normal pad saw, you can use a multi-saw blade, but what I'm going to do, because I've done it before and I found it the easiest and quickest way, is to use track saw. So that was a little bit of a fib I just said then. I'm actually going to use my track saw rail as a guide to get straight lines following the boards, assuming I can actually find the right places to follow them along. But I'm going to use my battery powered circular saw. Now the reason being, the blade is already half dead on this machine, and I've got a couple of spares kicking around anyway, so I can replace them afterwards. The bitumen I expect is going to cause grief and it's going to probably gnarl up the blade, so I don't really want to use or ruin a new blade for doing this. So I've set the gauge to 25mm. You can just about see the mark down on there. The reason being that these floorboards are about 20mm thick, and I've got to take account of the thickness of the rail guide. But it also means I can make sure that I actually cut through the timber in one swoop, so I haven't got to go back and do another cut with it. And I don't want to go too deep into it because there could be cabling or pipe work lying pretty close to the underside. Here is a pure example why I'm going to have to use the multi-tool. The track is too wide between the edge of the wall and where the cut is there. So on this board, I'm just going to have to finish off along here using the multi-tool. Right then, let's get this board up. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit that notification button so that you can continue watching what happens next. Thanks for watching this episode. See you very soon.